Well, Workington Reds started their NPL Premier Division campaign yesterday with a 2-0 defeat at Gainsborough Trinity. Always going to be a tough test in the first game up. Billy Barr, the manager, joins me. Billy, it was going to be a tough one, but how do you see it went?
In the end, I think we gift wrapped the 2-0 win for Gainsborough myself. Spoke to the lads after the game. First half, it probably replicated many first halves in our league, that it was very cagey and we didn't start great away from home. Then we grew into it and then we didn't finish the first half well. Second half was a stalemate, really. And then as I say, we've gift wrapped 2 goals. Both teams were guilty of just giving the ball away continually for a period in that second half. And that's not the way we want to play. We want to be able to control possession and ask questions of the opposition. And I said to the lads at the end, you don't realise how close you were to actually changing it, because physically I felt that we were better than them, but we let them have the upper hand. And like you say, that after that we just huffed and puffed and didn't really come up with anything.
Did we have a particularly good spell first part of the second half?
I wouldn't say it was a particularly good spell. It was an okay spell. But then, as I say, both teams turned the ball over. It was like a basketball match. It was just end to end, and both goalkeepers ended up with possession quite a bit just from wasted through balls. But listen, that one's gone. Said to them after the game, we've got to move on now to Redcar, and we've got to try and make our new home a little bit of a fortress if we can, because we want to get off to an okay start. We don't want to replicate what's gone on over the last few years and playing catch up as the season goes on. So we'll look at it again for Tuesday. There will be changes. One notable that obviously everybody's going to be talking about. So that's the positive news from yesterday. Really, is the addition of Brennan.
Yeah, you'll be pleased to get on finally over the line.
Oh, hugely. It's been back and forth now, I have to say, probably a month with numbers. Always being honest with each other, always respected Bren's rights to retain his full-time status as a professional footballer, but he's made a decision now, and I'm absolutely delighted, as the rest of the staff are and the board. And I think that dressing room needs a Brennan Dickinson at the moment. And that's not me doom and gloom. It's just an experienced player that will help our young squad, really.
Do you see him as the midfield pivot, as they call them now?
At the moment, I see him as a striker, because that's where we've played him in pre-season. But the good thing with Bren is he can play anywhere.
Yeah.
He's such an intelligent footballer. He doesn't waste possession much. And we've got to get the ball to him for him to show exactly why we've signed him.
Yeah.
So that's one of the things about going back to yesterday, not giving possession away cheaply and finding passes, as we do on a Tuesday and a Thursday. And I've said it many times, I love standing back and watching the quality of play. But then for some reason we come to match day and it just doesn't come out.
Right. Redcar on Tuesday, going to be tough. Spent a lot of money and a big physical side, from what I've heard. Have you had a chance to look at them, or you'll do that before Tuesday, obviously?
I'll definitely do that before Tuesday. Listen, they're off the back of double promotions, so it's a group that's full of confidence. They have a way of playing, and we have to combat their way and impose our way. So, as I say, Tuesday we want to start at our new home with a positive result and move from there.
Brad Carroll, is he near coming back, or will he miss out on Tuesday as well?
He'll miss out on Tuesday. You're probably looking at Brad's probably going to miss 4 games at the moment. So we're just going to be careful with it. We don't want to push him and make it any worse. So it's precaution first, and then we get him when we know that he's ready to come back. And again, an experienced player that we probably missed yesterday.
What about no other injuries? Everybody else came through it okay?
We've got a few little niggles, I would say. And there was 1 or 2 that I don't know if they were hydrated enough. They were cramping sort of late on. So as soon as I seen things like that, get them off the pitch, because I don't want to run the risk of us losing players. So we'll know more by 1 o'clock this afternoon. Caitlin always updates in the afternoon from injuries. The lads have to report for 1 o'clock, so we'll know this afternoon if there's anything sinister.
Bill, thanks very much, and we'll catch up on Tuesday.
Be good to see you, sir.